Detox Unit at the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, and 3 international experts in wildfire investigation are on island for a week-long training.
Hafa and good evening. I'm Adriana Cotero. The Korean Centers for Disease Control reports 210 new cases of COVID-19. Most are from the hard-hit central province of Daegu, which has been the country's main source of infections. Nestor Lecanto has the latest on the coronavirus outbreak.
Korea, which is second only to China in the total number of cases, now reports more than 4,200 confirmed infections with 22 deaths. In a news release over the weekend, the governor said there are no direct flights between Guam and Daegu. She adds that the U.S. State Department has increased the travel advisories to that province to prevent further spread of the virus. Governor Leon Guerrero said, quote, "We welcome news that the White House will be working with South Korea on a medical screening program for outbound passengers to the United States, including Guam." She said it not only strengthens the line of defense from COVID-19, but also aligns with her recent order to hire registered nurses, licensed practical nurses, and certified nurse aides to assist with screening passengers at our ports of entry and healthcare settings. Adelup said there are no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Guam and no people who meet the U.S. Centers for Disease Control criteria for a person under investigation. It said Guam is carefully assessing the situation as it evolves and is urging residents to take precautions now. For more information on how you can prevent the spread of the disease, check the public health website at www.dphss.guam.gov. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Meanwhile, the state of Washington today confirmed its second coronavirus death, which was also the second in the U.S. Globally, the number of virus-related fatalities has now passed 3,000. And a cabinet appreciation party for high-level staffers of the Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration was held to celebrate the governor's State of the Island address last week. Social media posts show cabinet members celebrating at Government House last Thursday. 2 cabinet members who declined to be identified told us the event was held to appreciate the cabinet and celebrate the State of the Island address. There were over 60 pictures from the event, which included drinks. Adelup Policy Director Carlo Branch tells KUAM the event was paid for using personal funds and was held on personal time. Meanwhile, no word on when the administration will hold the MagPro Awards event, which is held to honor and reward the work of the classified GovGuam workers. Last year, Branch said MagPro would be held in the first quarter of 2020. However, several GovGuam agencies tell KUAM they haven't been told to nominate any workers. That's probably because Adelup Deputy Chief of Staff John Jr. Kelvo now tells KUAM the MagPro event will be held in October. And the minimum wage increase went into effect yesterday, with an estimated 3,000 local workers now making an extra 50 cents an hour. The Chamber of Commerce was seeking a 6-month delay in implementation to soften the blow to small businesses of the anticipated economic slowdown from the coronavirus outbreak. But both the governor and legislature opposed the delay, saying lower wage earners need the help. Here's Governor Lou Leon Guerrero and sponsor Senator Joe St. Augustine from a recent interview.
The other thing that's not being discussed here is you are giving them more buying power through increasing their minimum wage. And so that only just, I think, makes a positive impact in the economy.
Out of the 60,000 employees in Guam, we're only impacting 3,000.
The minimum wage now goes up to $8.75 an hour from the previous $8.25. St. Augustine's law also calls for another 50-cent increase on March 1st of next year, which would bring the minimum wage up to $9.25 an hour. The doors have been closed on the Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center's detox unit since 2002, and it will remain that way now until June. The unit was originally planned to be up and running by September of last year and then was pushed back to open in March 2020. However, due to the recruitment phase, hiring process, and forthcoming training, they are not prepared to open for another 3 months. According to the center's director, Teresa Ariola, the Department of Administration's position listings are closed and they are currently in the early stage of hiring. But the department has a new focus, and that's to receive reaccreditation.
That's something that was attained 3 years ago, and we need to continue to ensure that we're accredited by the CARF body. So that's going to happen in May. So given that we are now in March and accreditation is the priority of the department right now, I'm literally looking at reestablishing, because of the hiring and the training, it's really the training too, that it's probably going to be late May or early June after the accreditation is complete.
According to Areola, there will be approximately 25 people on staff for the detox unit, and it will be a 24-hour operation. She adds that once the unit is open, it will be a game changer for the island because it offers an intensive treatment program for those already seeking recovery at the center. The detox unit is located on the 3rd floor of the main center located in Tamuning and costs about $1.5 million to open. Department of Public Works Deputy Director Jesse Garcia has been named Acting Director of Department of Parks and Recreation, according to Governor Press Secretary Crystal Paco San Agustin. The announcement comes after the resignation of Richard Ibanez. It was on Thursday that Ibanez submitted a letter to Gov. Lou Leon Guerrero citing health reasons for his resignation. Ibanez had faced controversy recently over the closure of both public swimming pools because of public health concerns due to a lack of maintenance by the contractor. A continuation of the February 7th oversight hearing with DPR that was scheduled for Friday was postponed due to Ibanez's resignation and the termination of the contract with Canton Construction Corporation, the contractor for both pools. The hearing has yet to be rescheduled. Veterans Affairs head Fred Bordalio finds himself in the crosshairs of the Guam Veterans Commission, with some veterans calling for his resignation. But Bordalio says he isn't going anywhere. Chris Barnett has more.
Veterans Affairs Director Fred Bordalio says he won't be calling it quits anytime soon. This after Guam Veterans Commission Vice Chair Johnny Atulay Taitano calls for Bordalio's resignation during a committee mission last Friday. So we asked Bordalio if he's writing a Dear Gov letter calling it quits.
Oh, no, of course. I serve at the pleasure of the governor, and, I don't serve at the pleasure of one member, Johnny Atulay Taitano, who calls for that. So I'm not submitting my resignation.
At issue whether or not Bordalio supports Vice Speaker Talina Nelson's Bill 300-35, which was crafted by veterans. That bill aims to restructure the Veterans Commission. The legislature's veterans advocate, Tom Devlin, saying it all started with a simple yes or no question.
I asked Fred straightforward, Fred, do you or the governor, or the two of you, want to change what's going on in the Veterans Commission? Do you want to remove it the way it is right now? That's a straightforward question, right? Couldn't get an answer. He did the political all over the place.
While Bordalio says it may have been a yes or no question, but right now he doesn't have a yes or no answer.
There's some provisions that I think are that I support, but and I haven't completed my full review of it. And then I told the commission members there that I'm coordinating my write-up on my evaluation of the bill with the governor's policy team and the communications, and I actually have to touch base with the governor too. That's what I told him.
But while Bordalio says only Johnny Atulay asked for his resignation, Devlin said no one went to bat for Bordalio when it was brought up.
There were no comments to the opposite, and you could hear a pin drop in the room. And I voiced my opinion that I think not whether it's right or wrong, good or bad, if the perception is that they don't have confidence in you in the level, then perception is what they're going to go on, and that's why they want the resignation.
Devlin also telling KUAM issues at Veterans Cemetery were also raised at the meeting after members of the Veterans Commission visited the PD facility. For Guam's News Network, Chris Barnett reports.
On February 28th, GPD officers were patrolling West San Antonio Avenue in Dededo and pulled over Carl William Cabrera and Laura Sulio Juliton for having an unmatched license plate. The driver, Cabrera, told officers he did not have a driver's license and the car was not registered. During a search of the car, officers found an open beer in the center console, a clear glass pipe with suspected meth residue, and a plastic bag containing suspected meth. Also in the passenger seat, Juliton's purse, there was a clear plastic bag containing suspected meth. Using a field test kit, the officers tested the substances and all came back positive for meth. According to court documents, Juliton admitted to the police she found the license plate and her license plate was confiscated by police in June of last year. She also admitted to receiving 2 small bags of ice as a payment for cleaning a residence. Juliton was charged with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance as a third-degree felony and vehicle without identification as a misdemeanor. As for Cabrera, he was charged with vehicle without identification as a misdemeanor and possession of an open container as a misdemeanor. 32-year-old Jose Pangilinan Blas II was charged with second-degree criminal sexual conduct as a first-degree felony for inappropriately touching a minor known to him. The victim and her mother reported the incident to GPD officers at the Dedado precinct on February 29th. According to the complaint, the victim was asleep at a Barrigado residence and woke up to Blas touching her. The victim told Blas to stop doing that, and in return, Blas asked for a hug. Court documents state the victim told him no, and immediately she told a family member what happened. The decomposing body of a small sperm whale washed up on a private beach in Telefofo over the weekend. Department of Agriculture Fisheries biologist Brent Tibbetts tells KUAM the whale has likely been dead for a week, but there is no way to determine its cause of death at this time. Tibbetts said the carcass measured just under 14 feet long and was very damaged from shark feeding. Tibbetts said he took some tissue samples which can be analyzed for signs of disease of toxins. Tibbetts also noted there were several backbones on the beach from an older, different whale. A recent federal study found a 99% chance that U.S. Navy sonar was the cause of the several beaked whale strandings in the Mariana Islands, because strandings occurred during or in the time frame after documented sonar use. Stick around for more news here on Prime Time.
Get up-to-the-minute news, plus access to alerts, streaming radio, promotions, and more on your mobile device by downloading the KUAM News mobile app, available at the App Store now.
Half the day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
With Pizza Hut's new Mozzarella Poppers pizza, you can switch between 16 fried mozzarella bites and a large pizza. Pizza, then app. App, then pizza. It's your world. We're just making pizza in it. Hurry and try it before it's gone. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Attention Guam business owners. Green Energy Solutions would like to help you save on your power bill. We supply various LED lighting, energy-efficient air conditioners, solar thermal VRF systems, and solar panels. You can count on our product warranty and quick turnaround and immediate response service. GESI has saved other local businesses over 80% off their power. Call us to see how much we can save your business. Call us today at 647-8111 or visit gesiguam.com for more information. It's a special delivery to your inbox every week with your KUAM News Roundup, program advisories, and promotions. Sign up for the weekly KUAM Digital Digest today on KUAM.com.
The Guam Department of Agriculture, Forestry, and Social Resources Division is actively working to reduce the number of wildfires deliberately set in Guam. All this week, training is being held for firefighters and law enforcement officers on how to identify the causes and sources of grass fires. Joan Augen-Charfaris has more.
Grass fires pose serious threats to our health and safety and cause immense environmental damage that continues long after the fires are extinguished. With that being said, crucial training is taking place all week with 3 international experts in wildfire investigation. Christine Farron, Fire Program Manager for the Department of Agriculture's Forestry and Soil Resources Division.
We were able to fund, through our State Fire Assistance Grant, a wildland fire investigation training. So this was a huge effort. This was, a year and a half, 2 years worth of planning to finally see it come to fruition.
About 33 fire investigators from local and federal fire departments, Guam Conservation, the Guam Police Department, and even from CNMI Fire will be taking advantage of the training. Richard Woods, an Australian career wildfire investigator and lecturer with Charles Sturt University in Australia, is leading the week-long training.
The aim of the exercise this week is to train these officers in identifying the cause of wildfires. Invited here essentially to run this course because there's a major wildfire arson problem here on Guam, and the detrimental effects of that are very wide-ranging. So we're hoping to be able to deliver some skills to the students here this week.
Assisting Woods are 2 Canadian wildfire investigators, Ken Ness from Saskatchewan Province and Jeff Henricks from Alberta Province.
Giving these investigators the skills to identify where a fire starts, but also what caused the fire, because that's essential to identify who might be responsible, and then to stop the arson problem that is currently being experienced on Guam.
Some objectives of the training include identifying the laws, regulations, and related court procedures, practicing wildland fire investigation methods such as evidence collection and documenting, and knowing the elements of professional code of ethics. And at the end of training,
the students here this week will be able to have a qualification in wildfire investigation, which is a very specialist skill.
The week will empower the Forestry Division and the other partner agencies with the knowledge and training, and is an important step forward in efforts to prosecute arson. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Jonah Gincharfris.
A chance to make a difference in someone's life may be all the difference in your own life. Victim Advocates Reaching Out Office Manager Karen Carpenter tells KUAM there is headway for both victims and volunteers through the work they perform. And for those interested in becoming victim advocate volunteers with Vero, the organization is hosting their annual training this month. Here's more.
When you really can see that you made a difference, somebody comes to you and they're very distraught, and you can get them calmed down, and we can, give them services so that they're safe, and you really see progress with them.
Progression that you as a volunteer assist with and experience. The Victim Advocates Reaching Out, or Vero organization, offers this opportunity to all in the community as they are training individuals how to become victim advocate volunteers. According to Vero Office Manager Karen Carpenter, Vero is a very small organization with only 3 victim advocates that handle the intense 24 hours a day, 7 days a week workload. And this is why volunteers are needed to help with the hotline or by visiting with the victims. The 40-hour course training will be on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. beginning on March 7th and ending on April 4th at the Tamuning Senior Center.
We do a lot of role play where they're role playing, responding to victims, handling the hotline, and then we also go over, of course, the subject matter, what this means to a victim. What is a victim like? What are they likely? How are they likely to respond?
The training topics include advocacy skills, family violence, sexual violence, victimizations and needs assessment, and communication. Carpenter adds that all the work is done at each volunteer's comfort.
I think anytime someone can say, I really have made a difference in someone's life for the better, that's a good feeling.
To participate in the training or for further information, call 477-5552 or email veroguam1@yahoo.com. From the National Weather Service, a high risk of rip currents is in effect for Guam, Rota, Tinian, and Saipan through Thursday night. Along east-facing reefs, surf of 8 to 10 feet will maintain a high risk of rip currents. Also, a small craft advisory remains in effect until 6 a.m. Tuesday for the coastal waters of Guam, Rota, Tinian, and Saipan. East winds of 15 to 20 knots with frequent gusts to 25 knots, and seas of 8 to 10 feet will produce hazardous conditions for small crafts. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid boating in these conditions. The offices of Guam Homeland Security and Civil Defense remind the community to avoid east-facing reefs and beaches until hazardous conditions subside. And reserved for the first Monday of March, Guam History and Chamorro Heritage Day commemorates our island's history and culture. Today at Umatic Bay Park, along with the carnival, there was live music, cultural dancing, and the reenactment of Magellan's Landing. Later in the afternoon, a resolution presentation was held by the 35th Guam Legislature. And it was in 2014 that the day was renamed by the legislature from its former Discovery Day and declared a government holiday. You can watch the stream of Magellan's reenactment on our Facebook page. And KUAM is celebrating Mes Chamorro with a workshop series at Punta Dos Amantes beginning Saturday, March 7th. And every Saturday during March, join us for workshops featuring artisans and crafters teaching us their talents. This Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, Thomas Torres will show us how to weave. It's open to all ages and is absolutely free, but space is limited. So register on KUAM.com or the KUAM mobile app now. And sports is next. Keep it here.
Make every day a plus.
With Pizza Hut's new Mozzarella Poppers pizza, you can switch between 16 fried mozzarella bites and a large pizza. Pizza, then app. App, then pizza. It's your world. We're just making pizza in it. Hurry and try it before it's gone. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Cockfighting is about gambling. It is not about our culture.
I think it's time that we end the medieval practice of having animals fight and die for our amusement.
The vast majority of Guam residents support stronger animal cruelty laws and the ban on cockfighting. Learn more at endcockfighting.org and help prosecute illegal cockfighting on Guam by sending tips to animal cruelty tips at animalwellnessaction.org. Respect the law, respect animals, respect our island.
In 2019, we raised the bar by launching the first ever lifetime powertrain warranty on new Hyundais. And now we're excited to share that starting February 1st, all new 2020 Jeeps, Ram trucks, and Dodge Performance cars will come with a lifetime powertrain warranty. That includes all your favorites like the Jeep Gladiator and award-winning Ram 1500.
So come on over to Cars Plus and experience what makes us different, like our homegrown culture, state-of-the-art facility, world-class products, and unparalleled value.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. We get the show started tonight with some footage from Saturday's Powerlifting in Paradise meet held at Paradise in Dedido. Check it out. 26 competitors hit the platform at Paradise in Dedido for the Powerlifting in Paradise mock meet. The event gave lifters on island a chance to display their strength in a competition-style setting. The women's division was broken into 2 flights, while the men's were split into 4 flights.
Man, honestly, this is an amazing turnout. Kayla and I are super surprised on the amount of supporters we're having right now, the amount of lifters that signed up. This is the first of many events. Mr. Bossman, Mr. Scroll said that this is the first of the many powerlifting events we'll be holding. Who knows, it might be in a hotel next. We're trying to get it sanctioned here. So we're very blessed to have the opportunity to actually be a part of this event and also run it.
Athletes took to the squat rack first, followed by the bench and then the deadlift. Each competitor had 3 attempts for their highest weight on a successful lift. Winner of each class is calculated from the total weight lifted. Desiree EA and Travis Wolford won Best Male and Female Lifter.
So the goal was to actually bring it to Guam and have the events here so people have something to look forward to and train to. So now, ever since this event was we started promoting this event, we've noticed the powerlifting community get a lot bigger, more people wanting to do this sport. We have a couple newcomers that are back there right now warming up that never competed in anything, and this is their first event because it's something that's open to the public, open to everybody. It's a real versatile sport, so it's a very exciting thing for the island.
Big Tone also hit the platform as a guest lifter, benching 501 pounds.
If anyone is interested and they see us at the gym, just approach us. We'll give you all the details. We'll help you out. We'll set you up with programs, or so we can guide you to a coach that can fit your needs, your schedule, whatever you need. We'll help you. We're really helpful in the powerlifting community, so don't be afraid to come ask us.
Zach Banner and Larry Ogunjobi made their way back to the island to give back to our island's youth. The 2 NFL athletes hosted their second youth football clinic at FD with the help of some local coaches. GSPN and Banner's nonprofit organization B3 made the event possible. The youth clinic is held free of charge. Banner and Ogunjobi will also be holding a coaches clinic tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. at FD. Tuesday evening, the guys will be attending a silent auction event at Papa's Restaurant from 6 to 9 p.m. The Guam Sports Complex, JFK, and the Tamuni Gym were the competition sites for the 4th annual FAS Invitational Games. Chuk, Pohnpei, Coast Rai, Yap, Palau, and Guam were all represented at the games. Athletes competed in track and field events, volleyball, and basketball. The goal of the games is to build friendship amongst the islands and bring the community together through sports. 10 teams laced up in the U19 division, while 12 teams hit the court in the open division for basketball. Winning the U19 basketball title was Pohnpei, beating out Takashima 66-50 last night at the Guam Sports Complex. Hart Yamada led all scorers in the win with the game-high 18 points. In the Open Division Championship game, Filio beat out 4 Stars 42-38. Houston Cutter 18 points in the win. Billy Belger led the way in the loss with 15 points for 4 Stars.
Based on the blockbuster that has critics craving. It's the all-new Buffalo Chicken Nacho Fries, topped with shredded chicken and drizzled with tangy buffalo sauce. Bring home this mouth-watering sequel with Taco Bell delivery.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
My family is on whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Since we installed the Docomo whole home Wi-Fi, what did you guys notice about it?
When you pull up the driveway, it automatically connects, and I don't have to get out of my car right away and come upstairs to go on my phone. My favorite thing is that it doesn't buffer when I'm watching YouTube.
My favorite thing is that when Addie calls now, there's no lag. Like before, it used to be where I couldn't see her sometimes and I have to hang up and then call her back, and now I don't have to do that.
You know what's a good thing too is that when you come over to visit, I could give you your own password. I can assign a time limit so that I can say that you can only be on it for 1 hour, so that means you won't get in trouble from your mom.
And then you can go home.
The thing that I love the most is that I can freeze the internet for periods of time so that we can enjoy dinner time like this. Why are you rolling your eyes? So I'll turn it back on after dinner. Whole home Wi-Fi powered by Plume. Docomo Pacific, better together.
With regional headlines, here's KSPN2 News.
Hafa-Day Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI.
Chief of Staff Angel Nabapan says since the coronavirus issue is still very active, especially in the Asia-Pacific region, the administration has extended the declaration of emergency for the coronavirus response efforts.
We believe it's important that we continue to extend this executive order so that we can mobilize all our resources and our efforts in our continued response to ensure that we protect the borders, to ensure that we protect our community. We have been doing a committed and dedicated job in responding to this issue, and our responders, especially our areas of healthcare and public safety and homeland security, have been working collaboratively, and I'd like to commend them because at this point, since January 28 to this day, the CNMI remains coronavirus free, and that is due in large part to the efforts that we immediately undertook as a government to safeguard the community.
Damapan says more efforts have been enforced.
Right now, we're continuing to do our safety measures, which is the screening and monitoring of inbound passengers at the airport, at our ports of entry. Obviously, a lot of it is dwindling down because their passengers, the passenger load factors have severely decreased because of the greater impact in countries like China and Korea and Japan. Obviously, our seaport also has lessened in terms of there's almost close to no more arrival of containers from the countries that are affected. So we will continue those monitoring efforts. We're very pleased to also learn from CPA that they're in the process of procuring the full body scanner. That's the detector for thermal body temperature. So that will be an added layer of security and another layer of monitoring for the government.
The administration is maximizing all resources to continue to keep the CNMI safe.
We have been engaging with federal partners. We've been on conference calls with the White House administration. We've been on conference calls with the National Governors Association. Our CHCC executives and managers have been on calls with the CDC. And so we continue to engage our federal partners to ensure that we maximize our efforts up to the national level on how best we can respond to this issue and to continue to keep our place safe and healthy for the community.
I'm Sally Limis for KSPN News.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Thank you, Ashley. And before we close out the news tonight, our latest round of birthday shoutouts from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday, Nadine Pruitt. Josephine T. Cruz, happy birthday. Happy belated birthday to leap year netty girl, Madison Nora Acadino. Wishing her a happy leap year birthday. She's 8, but now finally 2 years old. We hope you had a fantastic fun day. You are the sunshine in our lives. We can't imagine a life without you, baby girl. Keep it, Jay. We love her so much. Happy birthday, Madison, from her family.
Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's going to do it for us here at Prime Time. Thank you for watching and have a good night.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Green Energy Solutions, Inc. Visit GESIGuam.com or call 647-8111 for more details on how we can help your business save money.